O Show. This is the Big 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 O Show.
There's just one place to get our lowest payment on a new Acura Integra. $229 a month. It's the Season of Performance event at Acura of Pembroke Pines, #1 in the USA.
Set the rhythm of your smart home with Sloman Shield Blink, the new integrated smart home platform that automates your life just the way you want it. Sloman Shield Blink. Be the maestro of your own home.
For over 16 years, EJDconstruction.com has provided South Florida residents quality craftsmanship, accurate project management, and exceptional service. That's why EJDconstruction.com is an A-rated member of Angie's List and the Better Business Bureau. When you're looking for the right custom home builder for additions or home remodeling, please call my friend Eric at 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDconstruction.com.
It's game day at Toyota of Hollywood. Our all-stars are here to give you our MVP experience. Join the fun and feast on discounts up to $4,500. Huddle up and score big on a 25 Corolla. Not $26,000, $17,988. It's a tailgate party you don't want to miss. So gobble up the savings at the #1 volume Toyota dealer. Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood Boulevard and Sheridan Street. Open till midnight.
It starts every morning before the sun comes up. Projects are laid out. Plans are made. Equipment is fueled and loaded with inventory to handle all service requests. Orders are given to an army of skilled landscape maintenance professionals, certified arbor trimmers, irrigation technicians, and licensed pest management experts who fan out to communities and businesses all over South Florida. Experienced, on time, and dependable. Our staff is fully trained, licensed, and insured. Contact us by phone, email, social media, or through our website to answer all your landscape questions. We are Cutter's Edge. Total Landscape Solutions.
After 40 years, the Big Cheese Miami is still producing great Italian food. They started in 1984. Since then, they've been winning awards while being voted the best inexpensive Italian restaurant in Miami. Visit them for great food, amazing service. Witness the decades of Cane's memories. The walls are like a Miami Hurricanes Hall of Fame. The Big Cheese delivers anything on its menu or party platter menu to your home, office, or even a park for a picnic. Located at 8080 Southwest 67th Avenue, Miami. Call 305-662-6855. TheBigCheeseMiami.com, where they serve large portions at family prices.
When it comes to your smile, confidence is so important. At Moody S Dental, they provide the services to get your smile back. This family-run practice prides itself by offering the latest technology to give your family the best experience possible. Moody S Dental has been in business for over 30 years with offices in Hialeah and Plantation. They accept most major dental insurances. They provide free new patient exams, 20% off select treatments. To qualify, please follow us on Instagram at moodys.dental. Moody S Dental has been in business for over 30 years. To schedule an appointment in Hialeah, call 305-821-0231 and Plantation 954-692-6825. From Invisaligns, dental implants, same-day crowns, and the preventative care and preservation to get your smile back. Go to moodysdental.com to find out more and tell them Big O sent you.
There's just one place to get our lowest payment on a new Acura ADX. $239 a month. It's the Season of Performance event at Acura of Pembroke Pines, #1 in the USA.
Welcome to Caneswear. New store, new items, same great experience. Family owned and operated since 2010, Caneswear has the latest merchandise from the Miami Hurricanes, Miami Dolphins, Florida Panthers, Inter Miami CF, and more. Come visit us at our store in Davie on University Drive, just south of 595, or online at caneswear.com. Caneswear, the spot Miami fans shop.
If you're looking to take your home or business to the next level, then RM Contractors can assist you. RM specializes in new residential turnkey, new commercial turnkey, home and office remodeling. Call them for free estimates. Serving all of South Florida, licensed and insured. Call Ray, 305-345-3649. You work hard to create the perfect atmosphere. You dream it, we'll build it. RM Contractors, 305-345-3649. Or Instagram at RMC Fisher Island.
Hi, this is Jeff Welt from Welton Rayom. Dan and I have been in business together for over 22 years. We're not your typical lawyers. When Dan's not working in the office, he's flying his stunt plane. When I'm not in the office, I'm either getting tattooed, bowling, riding a motorcycle, or going to concerts. We might not be your typical attorneys, but we are aggressive attorneys, and we'll do whatever it takes to get you what you deserve. Consultations are always free. Call us anytime, 24/7.
Welton Rayom can help.
Price, service, selection. Get all this and more at South Florida's #1 loved Subaru store, Subaru of Pembroke Pines. Save today with our 3 ways to save. 0% financing, 0 down payment, or make no payments for 90 days from Subaru of Pembroke Pines.
The viewpoint, statements, or beliefs expressed on the following program by the host, guests, or callers are not necessarily the opinions of FantasyAccess.com, Media Group Inc. ownership, management, sponsors, or website.
All righty, good morning, boys and girls. Welcome aboard to the beautiful Subaru of Pembroke Pines. Come on out and join us. 16100 Pines Boulevard, just off of I-75 in Pines. So come on out, just a couple minutes west, and you will join us. We'll be here having some fun, hanging out with the boys, hanging out with Sean. So we'll have some fun. It is Wednesday, February 18th, 2026. Day number 19,025 since the Miami Dolphins were world champions. Day number 8,808 since the Miami Hurricanes were national champions. There you go. Welcome aboard. Time to rock and roll on the show. All right. Hope you all are doing well. Don't forget to smash the like button whenever you're watching or listening. Very important when you're watching or listening. And, of course, the notification bell. Like on a day like today, we go off at 11, not 10. So you know when we go, because sometimes it's noon, sometimes it's 10, sometimes it's 11, sometimes it's 2 in the afternoon, like yesterday. So the notification bell will give you the heads up when we are on the air. As always, remember you can make a donation to the show, Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. You can send in your questions, comments, insults, all kinds of good stuff. The market is a pumping right now. The Dow is up 296 points. The S&P is up 59 points. The NASDAQ is up about 1.5 points. As for Bitcoin, it is going up a little bit, not by much. It's 15th of 1%, pretty much. So 16% of 1% right now. It is pumping at 67,621. It was down around 67.1 earlier this morning. So now it's gone up slightly. So just a quiet day overall in the markets, and at least a nice positive day to bounce back. Because let's see, where are we at here? Not yet, but once we get to 50,000, you don't have to worry about any problems in the world. So that's a good thing. Let's see what we got here. The Jaybird I see is number 1 on the chat board. Yes, sir. That basketball team, give them, after getting their 21st victory of the season, their 10th win in the ACC, as they hung on, give them a victory cigar. And I got to tell you something. When you're right, and you're wrong. And I don't follow college basketball like I used to when I was young. And I thought, well, after beating UNC and after beating what's it called? Who was it that they just beat on the road right now? NC State. And so after beating NC State, I think, okay, maybe they'll crack the top 25. You know what I'm saying? And they didn't. And it goes to show, I don't follow it enough to know. But I guess it's because they're hanging on to so many of these games. They're barely beating. They're a 2-point team, not a 3-point team. So it's almost like, I don't know if the pollsters are waiting for things to fall off the bottom of the floor for the U. But Jay Lucas has done an amazing job, dude. 21-5, 10-3 in the ACC. And yesterday, the Trey Donaldson kid. And by the way, they suck at the free throw line. And the last 2 games have been won with the most clutch free throws at the end of the game. That is insane. It just doesn't make sense, a lot of the stuff that's going on, right? And again, goes credit to Jay, because in one off season, he turned around the entire program, and you can tell he doesn't have everything he needs. When we have Michelle Kaufman on, she was talking a little bit about how the priority was the length at every position, and he's achieved that. But I think the next thing that he's going to achieve next year, I would imagine, is guys that can actually hit the 3-point shot. You know what I'm saying? But what a season, dude. What a season overall. And again, I don't follow college basketball like I used to. A person my age is just not impressed with college basketball in today's world. You know what I mean? It's a whole different ballgame when I got to see Patrick Ewing or Michael Jordan, or I got to see, guys 3 for 4 years. I got to see UNLV and Duke go at it for 2 straight years. Stuff like that I'll never see again in college basketball. Real stars we used to have in college basketball. So nowadays, it's like watching the dunk contest in the NBA now. Like, I had Dr. J and Michael Jordan and Dominique Wilkins doing the dunk contest. Now nobody wants to do the dunk contest. So it's It's changed in that sense. And for me as a sports fan, I don't have the same passion for college basketball like I used to. It's not the must-see TV that it used to be on Saturdays because you knew there was going to be some major games going on with Indiana or UNC or anything going on around the country. That was a whole different ballgame when we had the Big East. That was a lot of fun. Overall, those are the days I miss, and that's where for me I've lost a lot of passion in college basketball. That's why when I told you, well, if they beat Virginia Tech here on NC State over the weekend, maybe they should be ranked. But it goes to show you how much I know. And they're not getting ranked. They're not getting that kind of respect. And when you start looking over the season, maybe that's it. Maybe people aren't really taking them as serious because of some of their obvious limitations, like the three and the free throw line and things like that. That they're not an efficient team in certain areas. You know what I'm saying? But still, to overcome all of this. Now, I get it. A lot of these kind of games that you win at the end, that's the kind of stuff that usually bites you in the end, right? Because it's hard to maintain that and do that for an entire season. That usually catches up to you. And it's not something that you can live on either. You can do it for a certain stretch, sometimes even for an entire season, but it's not something that's going to be part of your DNA. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to start winning more comfortable games. You're going to have to, get better. That's all. But for now, where you were the last 2 years to where you're at now, Jay Lucas has been freaking amazing, dude. You got to give him a ton of credit. Saturday, by the way, they're at Virginia at 2:00. Trey Donaldson last night had 32 points. He scored the last 15 points of the game. Also had 2 steals in the game. He was unstoppable, man. He was unstoppable. That was a lot of fun to watch. Last night. Panthers, by the way, are off till February 26th, and the Heat are back in action on Friday, taking on Atlanta. All right. You see what we got here on the chat board. NorCal says, let's see. Log in, hit the like button. Step 2, drop a good morning, Big O. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Stephen Harris, good morning to you, sir. Yes, sir. RIP to Jesse. Agree. Alexis Palenzuela, Jeff in Long Island, Louis Medina. Good morning to you, sir. Gus 1388. Ted in New Jersey says today in history, February 18th, 1970, Don Shula was introduced as the Dolphins' new head coach. That was back in the glory days. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I was 7-8 for those Super Bowls, and man, I can barely remember all that stuff, It's crazy. Stoney Stanley in the house. Jamie Zoria out in San Jose. Hump day for him. He's having a good day. Pat in Asheville. The theme was also a minute early. Sean giving Cubans a bad rap. Careful. What color is that hat? Like it. What?
Instead of right at 11, it started a little bit before, and your hat's red.
Yeah, my hat's red. Right. But
a little bit early. I misread the time to start, so we were about 30 seconds earlier than normal.
But
we're still in the window, but
okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's see. And Ted is excited about the Marlins season. Yeah, I guess so. I guess there's like 10 or 15 of you, maybe. I guess there's nothing that I could get excited about. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's a red hat, by the way. So I liked it, and I said, let me have that one. Because I wear my hats, so I like to wear a Subaru hat when I'm here. What else do we have? I can't be excited about the Marlins season at all. They spend no money, dude. I mean, they're not going to win anything. Come on. There's no hope. They have no money. It's all a shell game and all that. It's I'd love to get into my local team baseball wise, but I can't because baseball is a game about money, man. The best at the money ball crap has been the Rays and the A's, and they win nothing. In the end, they never win a championship. So when the Marlins won their 2 titles, they had some pretty good teams. And they got lucky with the second one that a whole bunch of young guys had career years. But that is so rare to do what the Marlins and the Royals did. So I am not going to waste my time, waste my energy watching the Marlins when I know they're not going to produce. It doesn't make any sense. Really, I'd love to enjoy baseball, but I cannot. You know what I mean? If you're a Dodgers fan, you can enjoy baseball. If you're a Yankees fan, you can enjoy baseball. Your team will spend money. Your team will give you a chance to actually compete and win a championship. I mean, the Yankees haven't won anything in forever, but they do spend. The Boston Red Sox will spend. The Houston Astros will spend. So some teams will spend and will challenge the Dodgers. Nobody will outspend the Dodgers. But, if you're the San Francisco Giants, you actually have a chance. But if you're the Miami Marlins, you don't have a chance. You're asking for the miracle of all miracles to line up. So this is what I'll do with the Marlins, right? I'm not going to invest my money or my time because I know you're going nowhere since 2003. We're well over 20 years. You're not going anywhere. This is what I'll do. If you happen to make it to the playoffs, well, then maybe I'll pay attention to you at that time. But during the regular season, no, dude, I'm not going through that where I know you're just going to develop people and then trade them off. Like I know Sandy's going to end up somewhere else. If he has a healthy season and gets back to being Sandy, they will want to get a boatload for him. And that's how it's going to be for everything else. The Stowers guy. Did you hear him talk about it? They're not talking about a contract negotiation, a long-term deal anymore because they couldn't come to an agreement because, of course, he wanted more than what they were offering. So the soundbite I saw was, I just want to focus on baseball and I want to be part of a winning culture. I'm paraphrasing. So that just told me that you have no future here. Because if you want to be part of a winning culture, that's not here. So the Stowers guy will eventually be gone also. The guy that you picked up as a steal because he was a failed first-round pick and now has kind of revitalized his career. And if he continues to revitalize his career, he'll build his value and then they'll do what they do. Because in the end, they're not going to pay him because he's going to want to get paid. Baseball players want to get paid. And it's guaranteed. So, yeah, I lockout. Baseball? Oh, I didn't know that. It's at the okay. The one that's looming is the WNBA. That's the one that's looming, which, by the way, that league should not be doing any kind of lockouts. You're not there yet. But whatever. It is what it is. You need a lot more than Caitlin Clark to have leverage. But so next year is when whatever. Yeah. Well, that'll be good for the Marlins, a lockout or something like that, because then that'll lead to a shortened season. And there you go. And give them a 60-game schedule, and then they might be able to get lucky. Bubbles and short seasons. That's it. That's who we are, baby. Bubbles and short seasons. And that's what I say for the Heat. Bring back a pandemic. Okay? Let's go. Let's find a new trace of COVID out there, and we could get the Heat back in the bubble, and that's how we could get back to the finals. I like it. Let's create a pandemic so we can get the Heat into the finals again. I like it. And let's go for a long baseball strike that forces a shortened baseball season for our Marlins, because that's our expertise. I like it. You're on to something there, Sean Stanley. That's quick thinking.
That is quick thinking. I like it. I like it. I like it. That is awesome. All right. Let's see what else. Big O going to Disney this weekend. I know when I have kids with my wife, the pricing is going to be circumcision without anesthesia. Insane how much it is. Yes, it is. It is. Fitz Grass. Fitz from Naples going to see Rod Stewart at Hard Rock at the end of the month. Good for you, man. If you haven't seen him, I haven't seen Rod Stewart in probably about 8 to 10 years. The last time I saw him, and he sounded good. He was still kicking soccer balls into towards the end of a show. Sometimes he'll bring out some soccer balls and he'll kick them out into the audience, because he's a big soccer guy, owns a team, has ownership in one of the teams and everything. So yeah, he hopefully still sounds good, because he's up there in years. But if you haven't seen him, it's one hit after another. That's the beauty of going to see a Rod Stewart. They're just, or Billy Joel or one of those people, they're just going to belt out one hit after another, dude. So have fun, man. Have fun. Great singer. Celtic FC is the one there he goes. Celtic FC is where he has ownership to. Let's see. What else? Ty in the Bronx. J-Town, Marlins have a better chance of going to the playoffs than Tannehill being the top 100 QB of all time. Yeah, they got him at 99. And did you see that list? That list that they put of the top 100 quarterbacks of all time, and Tannehill was at 99. Yeah. We have Greasy, we have Marino, and Culpepper. Well, but that's not that's Minnesota Culpepper, not our Culpepper. It's not even Raiders five. It's not even Raiders 5 touchdowns against the Dolphins Culpepper, and him pointing at his knee. At the end of that game, he was pointing at his knee to kind of stick it to the Dolphins. But we're the Dolphins. It's kind of the way it goes. You know who wasn't on that list at all? And I don't know, you guys can check it for me. And I'd take him on one leg over Tannehill. By the way, I would have put him a lot higher on that list. Steve Bartkowski is not on that list. And why? Because he was on a crappy Atlanta team, but he was a pretty good quarterback that was in a terrible situation. He had like 2 seasons where he was absolutely freaking awesome. But he wasn't a bad quarterback. He was just on a consistently bad football team. And I'd take Steve Bartkowski over Ryan Tannehill 100 times over any day of the week and twice on Sundays. So, I could sit there in that list and pick it apart if I wanted to, but yeah, it's just, it's a list that, if I sat down and started to really pick it apart and see some of the quarterbacks that they left off and some of the quarterbacks they put on, it's kind of ridiculous, but that's all right. I get it, because Tannehill had success with Tennessee, right? Not Miami, with Tennessee, but he was carried by the defense. He carried by Derrick Henry. They were winning playoff games with him throwing 75 and 100 yards. You know what I'm saying? So, it's just kind of ridiculous, but what can I tell you? I have my issues with lazy media nowadays all over the place, and media that really doesn't know the history of the game. That's the other thing that kind of hurts. Media that they're young and they don't know the history of the game. They don't know what happened before them. And by the way, it's like there's this attitude with younger generations now that what happened before them doesn't matter almost. It was like the reverse for us. We cherish the history, and we kind of learn the history so we can actually understand what's going on now. And it seems like it's the opposite now. Like, what happened before doesn't matter. It's not used as any kind of measuring stick or anything and it's just like the weirdest thing out there, dude. It's kind of odd. And it's just not a sports thing. by the way. So it just, I don't know if you guys have experienced the same thing, but just kind of an odd thing. Oh man. By the way, we are out here at 16100 Pines Boulevard off of I-75 and Pines. And by the way, if you want to get some great deals, the BRZ and the Ascent 2025, 1.9% financing. You can make no payments for 90 days. The 2026 Forester, $249 a month. Make no payments for 90 days. They got 0.9% financing. That's ridiculous. The 2026 Outback Premium, $299 a month, 3.9% financing. Also, you can make no payments for 90 days. The Crosstrek Base 2026 model, $169 per month, 2.9% financing. Just take advantage right now. They got some great deals. The 2025 Subaru Legacy Premium. Subarus are built here in America. $257 a month, 2.9% financing. The 2025 Forester Premium Hybrid. This is like a ridiculous price, $199 a month, 0% financing they have right now on the Forester Premium Hybrid. Thing's loaded, man. Check it out. It's a beautiful vehicle. 2026 Impreza Sport. Really cool little vehicle. $214 a month, 3.9% financing. Take advantage. And the WRX customer lease cash, $2,000, 0% financing. Make no payments for 90 days. Come on out here, man. See my guy Eric Stampone, all the great guys out here. Alan, of course, is a general manager who is amazing, and they will take care of you here. Great dealership, very patient people. They will work with you, which is a beautiful thing. Great service center also here at Subaru of Pembroke Pines. And remember, mention our name. You'll get $500 off. Okay, so tell them, hey, Big O sent me. Use the QR code. You'll get $500 off here at Subaru of Pembroke Pines. And, of course, Subaru shops. You want to shop for the latest Subaru models, you can step into the future with the 2026 Forester, now available with 0% financing and no payments for 90 days with approved credit. It is the perfect time to upgrade to a vehicle built for comfort, safety, and adventure. So, all right. Let's see. What else do we have? Oscar Ross is smashing it out in Melbourne. Thank you, sir. Big O, did you see Shia LaBeouf got mugged in Mardi Gras? Such an actor, talented wonder, something. Well, there's. I mean, Shia LaBeouf, his elevator doesn't go to the top floor. That's obvious. Yeah, he's. You could call him eccentric. You can say tipo está loco. I mean, whatever you want to, however you want to describe the guy, you can describe him. But yeah, there's both oars aren't in the water for Shia LaBeouf. So yes, he's. I mean, how many times has that guy been arrested? You know. So yeah, Steve had a cannon. Yes, Barkowski could throw it from one end of the field to the other, dude. Yeah. He just played in Atlanta. And anybody that has any history and knows the game, and if I tell you, okay, I'm going to give you a loaded team, and here's Ryan Tannehill, and here's Steve Barkowski, anybody that takes Tannehill has no idea who Steve Barkowski is. And that's because, that like the person that probably put that list together, I don't know who it is, but it's probably somebody that doesn't have a lot of depth when it comes to football and the history of the game and all that kind of stuff. I just see it all the time. I deal with it all the time, people that haven't been around kind of don't know what's gone on before them, and that's kind of makes you incomplete when you're talking about certain things. Let's see. Big Johnson said it's been a long, painful process forever with the Dolphins. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And that's what it's going to be, unfortunately. Now, it's been a long, painful process for decades. But this is just like another chapter of pure pain, right? Because you normally, with the Dolphins, you suffer pain even when you have expectations. Correct? I'm sitting there, I'm watching Marino, and he loses badly to the San Francisco 49ers in the Super Bowl. And it's not his fault. The team just was not as nearly as good as San Francisco. Had high hopes, right? So we're used to dealing with depression that way. We're used to, we're going to make a pick now, and it's Eric Kumaro, and so we're used to all these kind of things. We're going to make it's Ted Ginn. What? And his family. Right. So we're used to all that kind of stuff. And then we get the teardowns that have happened with a couple of different regimes that have taken over. And this is all part of it. And this is kind of the pain that that is coming now, that it's obvious. Like last year in the offseason, it wasn't obvious to most of you out there. I tried to make it obvious for you all, but, most of you were like in La La Land, and you were listening to media members that weren't really on target and all that with the Dolphins last year. But yeah, this is going to be obvious pain, unfortunately. But at least I think obvious pain is better than unexpected pain. Unexpected pain is not good. Unexpected pain is Lindsey Vonn, where Lindsey Vonn runs into a flag that is the thing that trips her up on her downhill slalom run. She shatters her leg. Unfortunately, the attempt to do the impossible is over. At the same time, when she's in the hospital after her first surgery, she finds out her dog, Leo, of 13 years, dies. That's the unexpected stuff that is hard to deal with. Think about that. Think about what that woman had to go through. That's her week. Her dog that's been with her for 13 years helped her recover from other injuries. She loves him. Recovered from lymphoma a year and a half ago. And then she has a crash that devastates her amazing comeback at 41. And after she's already trying to overcome a torn ACL, and she was pretty much overcoming it. If it wasn't for the damn flag, she might have had a shot, man. You never know. She's tough. She's as tough as it gets. And then she gets that news. So for us as Dolphin fans, the unexpected pain is constant, right? We get excited about Jimmy Johnson, and then we get the pain that he couldn't produce. We get the excitement of Parcells. We get the excitement of Saban, and nothing happens. We get the excitement of Ricky Williams, and he retires to go smoke weed. This is kind of the way it goes. There was too excitement, and it died out completely. And it's kind of the unexpected pain has happened to us in many places against the Buffalo Bills and watching Thurman Thomas go for 300 yards. And yes, kids, Thurman Thomas went for 300 yards against the Dolphins. So unexpected pain has happened. The good thing about this one is that this is expected pain. So at least, Big Johnson, you're getting what you expect. They're going to gut the team. It's going to be a rough season. It's about the draft. It's about development. It's about finally instilling some kind of culture that works, because nobody's been able to do it. And we'll see if these gentlemen can get it done. That's it. But the good thing is, if you're not unrealistic, if you're not, a BAF, a blind ass fan, this is what you expected, dude. This is what's happening. This is what where we were going, and it was needed, unfortunately. Hate to say it, but it was needed. And here we go. And at least, like I told you yesterday, there's a way about going this. So far, they have started off well. Okay. The last time that we just watched, I kind of walked you through how they weren't going about it the right way, right? I told you, are they building a lineup for Tua? No. Did they incorporate the tight end from the get-go and have tight ends involved? No. Did they incorporate big receivers? No. Did they incorporate a power, not a finesse running game? No. So they were building everything wrong in the process, but because they had a coach that convinced his front office to do it that way, and everybody lost their jobs because of it. And by the way, I warned all these people that lost their jobs for the last couple of years, that guy's going to get you fired. And that guy got them all fired. And none of this is hindsight. It's all talked about here on the show. Okay? So, it is what it is. And at least now this is expected pain. And there's nothing wrong with it. At least when you know it's coming, you're better prepared for it. You're not completely prepared, but you're better prepared for it. And like I told you, one thing that if one thing I will be proud of for John Eric Sullivan, that if he really goes and does this right, it'll be pain, but it's the kind of pain that you need in order to have a chance to turn this around. At least John Eric Sullivan is now willing to do what Mickey Harrison and Pat Riley are unwilling to do with the Miami Heat. There are no Band-Aids in football. When you're at this point, you must tear it down. You must clean the cap. You must turn things around. And you must hit on picks. It's funny how the Heat aren't willing to do what you have to do in today's NBA in order to get better. Because the whales are no longer going to float ashore for you. It's not going to happen. So this expected pain, I'm good with it, man. I already had my psyche already set last year that it was going to be a bad season. I told you that my highlight of the year was going to be the Washington game in Madrid. We planned for one trip this past season. That was it. There'll be no more trips anymore for the Dolphins for a long, long time. I will not plan another road trip ever again for the Dolphins until they're a playoff contender on a consistent basis. Not a fluke year that they made it, where they've made it for a couple of years. Then I'll start to invest some money in the Dolphins for travel. Outside of that, I'm not doing this anymore for them. They're not worth it. You know what I mean? So, but this is good pain. Let's see. I'm hoping that they lead in the right direction for once. What's it called? When Jimmy took over, he failed in his rebuild. He didn't know how to rebuild it the right way either. So this has been a constant problem for decades. And it doesn't matter if you're Bill Parcells, doesn't matter if you're Jimmy Johnson, doesn't matter if you're Chris Greer. Nobody has built it right. So now we're going to find out if John Eric Sullivan can build it right and if Half can actually coach it right. So we'll find out. Good expected pain. All right. Let's see. What else am I supposed to do? Go crazy? Yes. Rebuild again. But is this new? I'm 47 and all I know is 47 years ending with a loss. I'm used to this. What I won't do is not watch. I said that here on the show, and that lasted all 72 hours. We are battered children of the Dolphins, and guess what? It won't stop. Oh, yeah. It won't stop me from watching. Now, I'm not going to travel. I'm not going to go to training camp anymore. I've been doing that for 30 plus years. Well, maybe 40 plus years I think about it before I even got in the business. So, yeah, no, I'm not wasting I'm going to invest my time in the Dolphins when they produce. I've done decades and decades of investing a ton of time in the Dolphins without any production whatsoever. Yeah, I'm done with that. I'm at a point now where, you're going to have to do it for me to give you more importance. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of where I'm at. I'll watch, but I'll watch on TV, all that. I'm not going to training. I'm not sweating one drop for you ever again. Not worth it. And I'm certainly not traveling ever again until you make it worth it. That's for sure. Because they're not worth it, unfortunately. Arnaldo says, I'll be 58 in March. I don't know if I'll see the Finns get to a Super Bowl. I was only 4 or 5 in the 72-73. Being a Finns fan is really tough, brother. I know. I'm with you. I'm slightly older than you, dude. I get it. I'll be 60 now in October, so it's crazy, dude. I'm with you, man. Serena has been a terrible owner of the Miami Dolphins. J-Lo, Mark Anthony is also, the orange carpet. Yeah. I remember doing our pregame shows right next to that orange carpet. They would put us there in QAM, and we would be like, so we could see who are the, he's such an idiot owner, bro. It's just nice to be a billionaire and do whatever you want and just, do stupid things because I'm a billionaire and I can afford to do this. So, even though it doesn't make any sense, it means nothing to winning and all, but he's such a jock sniffer or artist sniffer or famous person sniffer. Yeah. That's all he is. That's why he's done all of this.
I'm amazed thinking about it right now. He never painted like that one street that drives up that you drive into the stadium. He never painted that like orange or aqua, like follow the yellow brick road.
Right. Yeah.
It's the orange.
Yeah.
Now thinking,
but all that was a failure.
Stuff. Yeah. Oh no. Well, everything he's done.
Everything he's done, right, has blown up on him like an exploding cigar.
Football wise.
Yeah. Right.
I mean,
yes.
Everything else is
everything
roses.
about the team and the production of the team has been a failure for him overall.
Songs.
Yeah, everything. Songs, you name it, selling jet stuff in the Dolphin thing. I mean, just it just doesn't end. Now, on the business side, him and Tom Garfinkel have killed it, as the youngsters would say. Okay? So that, he can make some money. But everything else, he's a constant failure and an embarrassment. Really, that's kind of the way we have to look at what Stephen Ross is. He is an embarrassment. Let's get to our 3A Graphics sports calendar with the one and only Alan Blanco, 786-618-1443. If you're looking for custom printing and embroidery, please call him. You can do all of that by Zoom and email and all that, and he can have it shipped to you right away. Great stuff, 786-618-1443. The Canes, they get it done last night over Vatech, 67-66. Miami is 21-5. 10-3 in the ACC. Saturday, they're on the road in Virginia at 2:00. Panthers continue their Olympic break. They're off till February 26th. They'll take on Toronto at 7:00 at Amerant Bank Arena. Well, Olympic action today at 3:10. The USA is hosting Sweden. So we'll see if the boys can continue and advance. Friday night, the Heat are back in action for the second half of the season. They will visit Atlanta at 7:30. Also at 7:30, you can catch it on Channel 10. You can catch it on Peacock. The ladies go to Riverfront Stadium in Tampa to take on the Tampa Bay Sun FC. Catch it again at 7:30. And remember, if you want to catch the home games live, get your tickets at FTLUTD.com. Also, the NFL announced the Niners will play in Mexico City this season. One caveat to all of that. The Dolphins have the Niners on the schedule. Could the Dolphins play the Niners in Mexico? Who knows? That's a possibility. Okay, there you go. And DeAndre Ayton was detained in the Bahamas for a small amount of marijuana for drug possession. That is your 3A Graphics sports calendar. All right. Why are they arresting him for a small amount of marijuana? I mean, dude, if he's taking bails, if he's doing, bro, come on. Thing is legal in how many places now in the world? But the Bahamas. Come on, man. Come on, man. Let them enjoy a little weed, man. Come on. Give me a break. Alcohol is like 1,000 times worse. And it's like the weirdest thing how we police one or the other. Just so odd. And I don't know how it's still viewed that way. But it's a small amount. You're detaining the guy for a small amount of marijuana. It's just ridiculous. First of all, it's stupid on his part to even do it, to carry it through customs and all that kind of stuff. That's dumb on his part. But I mean, give me a break, dude. Now, if he was a dealer and moving a lot and got busted on a boat, bro, put his ass away forever. I don't care. But I mean, recreational stuff, give me a break, dude. God. Person that's hitting half the whiskey bottle is way more dangerous, man. Way more dangerous. Let's see. True Fin Fan says, I absolutely can't blame you, Big O. Matter of fact, I agree with you completely. Yeah, I mean, if I'm going to watch, I love them, root for them, all that, but I'm not spending any money or real physical time for them. Not at all. Not doing it anymore. Won't do it anymore. They have to earn it from here on out. That's just kind of where I'm at in life with them. Canada's losing a Czech 2-1. All right. The Czechs can play hockey. So you can't screw around there. You'll lose that one. We'll see if Canada comes back. What else? Anthony says, remember the start of the season for the Miami Dolphins on their YouTube page. That's where you're doing like an episode doc after the Indy game. No, turn that shit off. The Tequesta tribe has been awful owners of the Miami Dolphins. They should sell. Let's take it out on all the minority owners. I love it. What else? You know me, says NorCal. I'm proud marijuana, but don't be riding around smoking in your car. That's asking for dumb shit to happen. Puff, puff, get right. Exactly. Go be home, whatever. But I mean, the whole Bahamas thing, like, people in the Bahamas, let's go, man. Let's not get so uptight. Break a small amount, just throw it away and tell the guy, don't be an idiot. Don't do that anymore, or something. But it's just personal use stuff. Again, it's stupid for him to even attempt to go through it. You know what I'm saying? By the way, have you ever been to the Bahamas? Okay. Were you walking through downtown? Oh, I don't remember that happening to me in Bimini. But in the Bahamas, in Freeport and Nassau and all that, you go walk through downtown, somebody's going to approach you to sell you weed. Am I wrong? Anybody on the chat board right now? You been to the Bahamas? You been to Nassau? Does not matter, dude. Does not matter. You stand out as a tourist there. They know who's a tourist and they know who's not. And there's always a dude that walks up to you. I don't know. Maybe it's because the way I look or something. I have no idea. Maybe I'm stereotyped or something. But I've heard this from many other people, not only myself, but they will approach you constantly in the Bahamas. So, if DeAndre Ayton got himself some there, which again, that's kind of crazy to even attempt to do that with another person. But finish it off there, dude. Wherever you're going, you can get it again. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just insane. Yeah, exactly. Plus, he's too big for your jails. Why do you want to do that? Probably doesn't even fit your clothes anymore. Yeah. They need like 3 handcuffs and stuff, and it's crazy. Let's see what else. Russia should be in this turn. Yes. I was saying the other day, where's Russia? Oh, that's right. They're not out. They're out. Because they're always cheating. That's the only way Russia can compete. And so they're out for more cheating. Let's see what else. Lenny Pena checking in from Port St. Lucie. Hope you're doing well, my brother. Thank you, sir. What else? Stephen Ross is shady to put $11 pizza, Little Caesars at a stadium for retail at locations, $5 box pizza, whole pie. Well, yeah, but that's stadiums everywhere, dude. That's not a Stephen. I'm not gonna pick on Stephen Ross when every stadium and arena you go to, all the food and drinks are overpriced to hell, dude. Yeah, it does. It doesn't matter what pizza it is. Yeah, you're gonna get overcharged at a stadium, dude. You know.
Chick-fil-A's not even open.
Yeah. I always feel good about my Arsenal, even if we don't win it all, my brother. Even if it's not like the early 2000s. Oh, man. I've been to Nassau, not Nassau. Okay. All right. You can get high on both. Just say. Remember Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show. Cash App or Venmo. Do we have any more appearances this week? Are we done for the week? Okay, so next week we'll be at Hialeah, and then we'll be at Acura. Right? Exactly. All right, good stuff there. I like it. All right. Where's the Bitcoin? 67,159 now. So it looks like it went down. It went at 67, like 6 or 7. It was that. Now went right back down to where it was earlier this morning at 67.1. And that's because the Dow also went down from 300 to 48 now. So there we go. The S&P is only up 3 points, and the NASDAQ is barely up 0.5 point. So that's kind of what happened. Looks like it. Oh, man. Still getting too many of those damn calls, dude. I got to tell you. And no matter how much you report and delete and report as scam, they got so many of those numbers coming in. They still are sending you all. Yeah, it's just crazy, man. Crazy. All right, what else do we have going on in the world of sports? So JJ McCarthy is not getting good reviews, apparently. I saw this. I was reading a story this morning with McCarthy. I wasn't a McCarthy fan coming out of college. Overall, I didn't believe in him, unfortunately, because I just thought he was an average guy as a passer, and I thought he benefited from monster lines and running games that made his job easy. So the Vikings had serious concerns about McCarthy's passing touch during the 2025 season, according to Alex Lewis of The Athletic. McCarthy's ability was such a concern that the Vikings removed most of their over-the-middle passing concepts during the season to try to simplify the quarterback's line of sight. Such passing concepts are fairly basic in NFL offense, and the fact that the Vikings did not trust McCarthy to pull them off would be concerning. It raises questions about whether the team can trust the former number 10 overall pick to improve quickly, or he might be supplanted as the team starter next year. The Vikings have already been linked to one high-profile quarterback in trade rumors, and it suggests the team has doubts about McCarthy and is trying to strengthen the position in 2026. So, not surprised. And that is not a thing about bringing in competition. Because, by the way, I heard that on my way in. I was listening to Joe, and he had, I guess he was, because at the end of the show, he usually repeats whatever interview he had in the morning, so they can get out early. And so I guess they were repeating the Omar Kelly interview, and Omar was still talking about quarterback competitions, that the Dolphins have never had quarterback competitions and all that. That's because nobody has quarterback competitions. I'm not exactly sure, what I'm saying, but I have no idea what these people are talking about, like Omar Kelly. But then again, as much as I love Omar, half the time I have no idea what he's talking about when it comes to the Dolphins. So, he's usually not making sense a lot of times. And there was another one. And if they're looking for somebody now in Minnesota, they're looking to replace McCarthy. They're not looking for any competition. Nobody has quarterback competitions. It's ridiculous. No, they just replace your quarterback. And when they get the next guy, that's the guy. Okay? As Sean Stanley put it eloquently, it's not a competition. It is what? The quarterback is what? It's not competition. It's the successor. It's the perfect adjective for it. The successor. That's what you are. When they commit to you, high pick, money, you're the successor. That's what they did with McCarthy. They pushed the other guy out because he was the successor. Now they figured out that he's not the guy, so they'll go get the next successor. They're not going to get any competition. That's not what they do in the NFL. In the NFL, they either believe in you or they don't, and they move on to the next guy. There's no competition. Silly as shit that comes out there, bro. I'm telling you. It just, I have no idea where this crap comes from sometimes. Anyway, and in other quarterback news, and none of this is Dolphins related, by the way. I'm just in general because it's such an important position and it's all over the place. Derek Carr is going to come out of retirement. So the former Raiders and Saints quarterback is rumored to be mulling a return to football less than 1 year after he announced his retirement. Carr, 34. You hear 34 and it's like, retired? 34? Dude, quarterbacks play to the 40 now. They go get them in their 40s to come back and play like Phillip Rivers. Anyway, he addressed these rumors in his latest homegrown podcast episode, which he co-hosts with his brother and former NFL quarterback David Carr. Would I do it, come out of retirement? Yes, Carr said. Would I do it for anybody? Absolutely not. What? Yeah. So I say it because McCarthy. Penix. Right? There's a couple of places that they're worried about their current starter. Penix hasn't been that good, plus he's constantly injured. J.J. McCarthy isn't good, and he's also injured. So there are a couple of places, especially with the Vikings. The Vikings are the most desperate team in the NFL for a quarterback. Why, ladies and gentlemen? Because that window is going to start closing. Because you can't keep all the good players together. So you got to find a way to get the one guy you need to get over the hump. So it's interesting. Derek Carr will have it, and that's kind of what I think Derek Carr is talking about. He's saying, if the Miami Dolphins call, no, I won't come out of retirement. But if the Minnesota Vikings call, yeah, I'll come out of retirement because I know I can beat that kid. And by the way, they'll call it a competition just for craps and giggles, but, be Derek Carr's job. So it'll be interesting to see Derek Carr at 34. Can he come back? And of course he can. And who will he play for? Kind of interesting on that one. We'll see. All right. Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show. Cash App or Venmo. And you can make a Bitcoin, Ethereum, Chainlink, or Solana donation. Remember, you can send in your questions, comments, insults, all kinds of good stuff. As always, we appreciate it immensely. What else do we have going on here? What was the other thing I wanted to talk about? Oh, yes. I saw other quarterback news. Lamar Jackson. So he's got a new OC, and his name is Declan Doyle. So he's going to get to call the offensive plays this year for the Ravens and, of course, his new quarterback, Lamar Jackson. So he was asked about Lamar, and he says, when you watch the tape, there's not really any throw he can't make. He's very arm talented. I think there's an even higher ceiling to his game. You're looking at a guy that's been an MVP twice, and yet I still think, like all of our guys, he has still room to grow. It's a surreal opportunity, and yes, it's one that I feel very ready to do. And I can't wait to see if he can actually make the guy accurate in a playoff game and clutch in a playoff game. How about this? Can he make him make a living in the pocket after all these years? Nobody ever talks about this, but he goes through a lot of offensive coordinators. So we'll see if this one can figure it out, because the owner made a decision. He went with the quarterback over the coach. I think that was a huge mistake, because unfortunately what I'm seeing a Lamar Jackson that is now looking older, looking slower, and looking like his body is more beat up than ever. And it's taken a toll on him, and it will continue to take a toll on him. Why? He can't make a living from the pocket. So if Mr. Doyle can make him a pocket passer more often than not, then he might make this thing interesting. But if he can't make him more of a pocket passer, I just think you're going to get the same old. And get used to it, because, by the way, for you fantasy guys out there, be very careful on drafting Lamar moving forward. Something tells me injuries are going to be a bigger part of his game, unfortunately, because his body is already so worn down and taken so many hits. So he's not as fast as he used to be, and he's going to break down often. So it's going to be interesting to see if Declan Doyle can unlock it. Okay. Now, in other quarterback news, and this one has been linked to the Dolphins at times from some people that have to write stories and have to reach for different things and stuff like that. Anthony Richardson, okay, reportedly is ready to move on. Now, it hasn't been talked about publicly yet or anything along those lines, but Stephen Holder of ESPN, friend of the show, that the Colts plan to have Daniel Jones as their starting quarterback moving forward. Means Richardson will probably be on a different team. So far, it hasn't gone like to the sense where he says, I'm demanding a trade or anything like that, but it's kind of headed for that kind of a divorce. And Richardson's had a bunch of injuries. He's inconsistent as hell. He is a freak of a talent. Yes. And that's what Indianapolis was drafting. They were drafting a freak of a talent that they were hoping they could mold into a quarterback. And it's really hard to do that. You know, Josh Allen has been able to do a masterful job of becoming a better pocket passer. He's still erratic at times, and you saw it even this year in the playoffs where he had throws that were off because you're putting the weight of the world on him, and he's pretty damn good, but you can't do that to everybody. You do that, and eventually they're going to screw up because it's just too much. But at least he's done a better job of becoming more of a pocket passer. Still not perfect, but I don't think that is in the cards at all for Anthony Richardson. I don't think there's any chance that Anthony Richardson will ever be a great passer in the NFL. I don't think he'll ever be a really good pocket passer. And the weirdest thing about Anthony Johnson is he has been as injury prone as it gets. And to have the body that guy has, and you can't take any punishment, not a good combination. So I know some people have said, oh, well, you know, it doesn't cost a lot because he doesn't. You're not paying the signing bonus. They already paid the signing bonus. You're only paying the salary, which is a low salary. Maybe the Dolphins should take a chance. No, they shouldn't. One, he can't play. That's just Let's just come to the understanding that he can't play. And two, he is so raw still that in this environment, it would be death for him. He needs to, you know what he needs, Sean? He needs to be Tannehill and end up on the Titans. Dominant run game, dominant line, that nobody's touching him, drop a pass here or there, the defense, I don't know if that situation exists for him out there, maybe Philadelphia or something like that, where he could sign and be a backup to Hurts or something, because that would make sense, right? You play behind Hurts, you play in that system with those offensive and defensive lines and the running game and all. Well, again, you need Saquon to be Saquon again. That was what was missing this year from that offense, that Saquon was a Saquon, and it doesn't allow Hurts to be a little bit better. Why? Because Hurts is not good enough himself. Yeah, Hurts himself, exactly, because he can't be in the pocket. That'll hurt you if Jalen is in the pocket. That's it. He is his name. Exactly. You are correct, sir. We have a Dolphin story. What do we have?
Sort of, kind of.
Sort of, kind of. Okay. I'll take it.
Former NFL wide receiver Isaiah Ford.
Oh, yeah.
Is going into coaching and has been hired by the Bears as an offensive quality control coach.
Good for him, man.
Bears head coach Ben Johnson coached Ford in Miami when he was receivers coach. Ford last played for the Bears in 2023.
Okay. Ford was one of those guys that you knew he could play some football, but he was just kind of a fringe football NFL player. And he could make some plays and, he could be off your roster. It was just because he was fringe. But you could tell that he had the skill set to play. And then obviously he had the work ethic. And clearly Ben saw that. And that's why you got to have work ethic to be a coach. Oh, man. You have got it. If you don't have that work ethic, you have no shot at being a coach. And so, yeah, that is definitely a thing, as they say. All right. By the way, on the music side, Young the Giant has announced a tour, the Victory Garden Tour. They just took out a new album. I have not gotten completely into the new album yet. I've gotta. But they start in Vegas on May 24th. I haven't bought my plane tickets yet to Vegas. The 21st and the 22nd. The 21st, I just would stay a couple of extra days. So I could, but see, the problem is that I want to go see Echo and the Bunnymen in LA and in San Diego. So Santana's the 20th, no doubt would be the 21st. And then it would be Young the Giant on the 24th in Las Vegas at the Pearl. Or I'm going to go Ocala Joe, go visit you guys again. Ho Yoon, visit you again. I'll be in St. Augustine, June 4th. I could go to Tampa June 2nd and hit Burns Steakhouse. But I'm definitely going to do it. So Young the Giant is touring, by the way. If you're a Young the Giant fan, love them. They're really, really good. Those other dates are them too? Yes. Oh, okay. Yeah. June 4th in St. Augustine, June 2nd in Tampa. They're in Raleigh on the 30th of May, Richmond the 29th, Cleveland the 27th. They're in Asbury Park on June 11th, Vienna, Virginia the 12th, Bridgeport, Connecticut the 13th, Philadelphia the 14th, June 16th, Buffalo, New York. They're in New York, and New York City the 18th and 19th of June, Boston on the 20th, Toronto on the 22nd, Pittsburgh on the 23rd, Detroit on the 25th, Columbus on the 26th, and Nashville on the 27th. So, don't know. Do I go to St. Augustine, visit some friends, and see some music? Or do I extend the trip in Vegas and drive my wife crazy? Because my wife is the bearded wonder. Come on over, bro. You can set it.
30 minutes. Is that cool?
Okay, yeah.
I just got it.
Okay,
Like
all right.
12:30.
Okay, all right. The bearded wonder. What was the what was the name of that show I used to watch as a kid? That it was a big guy that had the big beard and he controlled all the animals. Oh. Grizzly Adams. Grizzly Adams. Nice job by you. The Grizzly Adams of Subaru. Right there. That is you, definitely. So we'll talk to the Grizzly Adams of Subaru in a few minutes, and we'll have some fun. But anyway, so yeah, I'm looking forward to that, to a little Young the Giant concert action. I just don't know where I'm going to do it now. Because there's nothing wrong with staying a couple of extra days in Vegas. But my wife is going to go crazy about that. She's like, you want me to miss a week of work? The woman has stashed like 800 work days already. I'm like, what are you going to do? Take them with you? Cash? Because you can cash them in. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, come on, bro. You got one life to live. Let's go. You know, she's like a workaholic. I got to get her out of it. I'm dying to just get her out of this damn thing. But we need Bitcoin to run. By the way, one more thing I'm looking forward to, Judas Priest. They are previewing the forthcoming documentary of theirs, The Ballad of Judas Priest, co-directed by documentary filmmaker Sam Dunn and Rage Against the Machine's Tom Morello in his directorial debut. The documentary will celebrate the legendary band's lasting impact on music and culture, with their influence reaching far beyond metal, featuring unforgettable anthems, of course, like Breaking the Law, You've Got Another Thing Coming. The Ballad of Judas Priest will capture the passion, resilience, and enduring legacy of a band whose music and story continue to inspire generations. We have lived and breathed metal for over 5 decades, Judas Priest, and finally this documentary, we are summoning our congregation to officially witness our lives uncensored in a never-seen-before way. The Cossacks comes off, revealing Priests in all of its metal glory. While some may know Judas Priest for their huge hits that have shaped the heavy metal genre, there is so much more to their story. Co-director Morello and Dunn said, tracing their incredible 50-year journey, this film will capture how Judas Priest both defined the sound and look of metal, but also made it more inclusive place along the way. We are grateful to the band for allowing such an intimate, unfiltered access to their lives, and look forward to bringing this film to the metal masses around the world. It's interesting because I've had Rob Halford on my show in the past, and one of the things that I talked to him about, because he's openly gay, and back in the 80s we didn't know, you know, you could have had your ideas of it or something, but you weren't sure. And that's kind of where all the leather and spikes came from, you know, his ways off the stage. So it kind of brought it on stage and all that. But the weird thing is, and I do call it very weird and very cool in a way, when he announced it in the late 80s, it wasn't a thing. It was like, all right, whatever, let's rock. Let's continue, whatever, dude, keep jamming. And it was just kind of like a speed bump, and nobody made it a big thing, which is what it should be in life. Nobody should give a shit about your private life. Doesn't matter what you do. As long as you're not hurting kids or whatever, you know, that's what I'm talking about. But outside of that, if your private life is your private life. But it was just something like the metal community didn't really get fazed by it, or like, oh, well, I'm not listening to him again, or none of that. None of that, like none of that. What's that called? Homophobia and all that kind of stuff didn't really happen in the late '80s when he announced it, and lots of people were shocked, like, "Oh wow, really?" and all that. And but they were like, "All right, whatever, bro. Let's move on and let's, I'm not listening to your music because you're straight or you're gay or you're bi or whatever labels they've come up with nowadays. I'm listening to the music because I love the music, you know." So I am looking forward to this documentary. It's going to be pretty cool to see that documentary. Might as well do the regular music stuff that we normally do on the show. All right, let's start off with musicians born on February 18th. Let's see. Tommy Scott, singer from the English group Space, female of a species, born in 1966. Celebrating a birthday today, Dr. Dre, born in 1965. Let's see who else celebrating birthdays. Gar Samuelson, drummer for the thrash metal band Megadeth from 84 to 87. Born in 58. We lost him in Orange City, Florida on July 14th, 1999 at the age of 41. Liver failure. In 55 on this day, Brian James, punk rock guitarist for The Damned, was born. John Travolta was born on this date in 1954. Someone's knocking on the door. Somebody ringing the bell. Do me a favor. Open the door. Let's see who else. In 53, Robbie Bachman from Bachman, Turner, and Overdrive was born in 1953. We lost him in 2023 at the age of 69. Oh, let's see who else celebrating a birthday. Keith Knudsen, drumless vocalist for the Doobie Brothers, born in 48. We lost him in 2005 at the age of 56 to pneumonia. Dennis DeYoung, the amazing singer of Styx, born in 47 on this date. Who else is celebrating birthdays today? Skip Batten, songwriter and bassist with the Byrds. Turn and turn and turn. Born in 1934. Ooh. I wonder if Dougie Fresh is watching right now. His favorite musician of all time was born today. Dougie Fresh. Yoko Ono. 1933. I know Dougie and Victoria right now are, they've cracked the champagne bottles. They're celebrating. They're jamming the Plastic Ono band all day long right now. So Dougie, enjoy yourself, my brother. Let's go with birthdays today, famous birthdays. And remember, if I don't give you an age, that means they are no longer with us. Britain's Queen Mary I in 1516. We just lost her. Automaker Enzo Ferrari, born in 1898. Actor Jack Palance, born in 1919. Actor George Kennedy, born in 1925. Filmmaker Milos Forman, born in 1932. Filmmaker John Hughes, born in 1950. Legend. Love you, John Hughes. Actor Sybil Shepherd, born in 50. She is 76. Let's see who else. TV personality Vanna White, born in 57. She's 69. Actor Matt Dillon, born in 64. He's 62. Actress Molly Ringwald, born in 68. She's 58. TV personality and personal trainer Jillian Michaels, born in 74. She's 52. And I got to say something about Jillian Michaels. I am glad that she is a personal trainer. I am glad that woman never became a drug addict, because with those nostrils, if she decided to do cocaine, half the trees in Colombia would disappear. All right, here we go. Let's move over. We go to actor Sarah Sutherland, born in 88. She's 38. Musician Vernon from 17, born in 98. He's 28. Sean Stanley, do you have wrestlers born on this date?
Yes, sir, we do.
No way.
Charlie Manson turns 51. Hannah Blossom is
wait a
38.
minute, hold on. You guys do murderers now too?
I'm sure, yeah. There's everything. We have everything in pro
Charlie
wrestling.
Manson was in a wrestling ring.
Yep, but this was Y, so I'm guessing it's the female version.
It's a different. That kind of.
Yeah.
Oh, kind of free, kind of wow.
Yeah.
Charlie.
There you go.
Kind of wrestler that's here today, and we call her Charlie. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Hideki Suzuki turns 46. Holly Blossom, 38. Raymond Rougeau turns 71. And Tim Storm is 62 on February 18th, 2026.
There we go. Young people are going, what's that? What's he singing? What is that? What is wrong with him? Old people are going, I remember that. I remember that. Yes. It is. It is. But he remade it. Oh, yes, it is. He did. Yes, that is a Wings song. And then he remade it. And it became a hit song for him. And then obviously he did the Grease stuff with Olivia Newton-John, but he actually remade that song, and it was like a little hit for him also. It was right after or right at the time of the Boy with the Plastic Bubble and all that kind of stuff. But yes, you are correct. You can look it up. John Travolta, someone knocking on the door. And he sung it. Let's see what else. Why would he say? Monday. Craig. Oh, yes. Big O, did you tell a story of the player you had dirt on but didn't want to share because he was still on the team? Monday. We will do it because my man wasn't prepared yet. I need some production. That's part of it. It's very important production. It's extremely important production because it kind of like, again, I don't know if you want to hear this. I'm just telling you. Don't know if you want to hear this on Monday, but you will. It's going to leave you in a place where you're going to say, never going to believe anything again. So, but we'll do it on Monday. Must come to light. And the amazing part is, players knew about it, several players. And then coaches in front office. Like a lot of people knew. And nobody on the beat figured it out. Nobody nationally figured it out. And I think it was kind of a story that it's impossible for it to be a lie. But it is. So, yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it on Monday. Have you found any of that already? No. Okay. Let's see what else. Oh, music history. That's right. We got to do music history. Let's do that. Forgot about that. We got time. My friend. We got time. Damn, what's going on here? It's not letting me, like, my letters aren't coming out so I can unlock my, oh, there it is. Finally, they came out. So I can unlock my pad. All right, here we go. Let's find out what happened today in music history. Why don't we? Let's start off in 66, the year I was born. Beach Boy Brian Wilson recorded the future classic song, Good Vibrations, which went on to become the band's third U.S. #1 hit. In 72, Neil Young was awarded a gold record for Harvest, the only #1 album of his long storied career. The album featured the top single, Heart of Gold. Great song. In 77, The Damned released their debut studio album, Damned, Damned, Damned. In 85, Phil Collins released his third studio album, No Jacket Required. It features Studio, One More Night, Don't Lose My Number, and Take Me Home. 4 huge hits for him. In 90, on this date, Freddie Mercury made his final appearance on stage when he joined the rest of Queen to collect the Brit Awards for Outstanding Contributions to Music, held at the Dominion Theatre in London. In 92, the Sugar Cubes released their third and final studio album, Stick Around for Joy. It features the singles Hit, which is my favorite song of the Sugar Cubes, Walkabout, Vitamin, and Leash Called Love. Sugar Cubes was Bjork's band back in the day, and then she left the Sugar Cubes and then went solo, and then Human Behavior and all that other stuff. She had her own hits, but the Sugar Cubes was her band prior to that. A good little band, man. They made some really good music. A little different than what she went on, the Icelandic one, when she went on her own. It was more of a like a, I don't know, maybe a dance oriented genre to her music. Whereas with the Sugar Cubes, it was more alternative, and it was a fresher sound, a little different sound. Let's see what else. What's interesting? In 98, an auction in London, Oasis Noel Gallagher, his Supernova guitar raised $7,820 in aid for the BBC's corporate charity Children's in Need. Very nice. I'm sure it's worth a lot more nowadays. Okay. 2011, Radiohead released their 8th studio album, The King of Limbs. It features the singles Lotus Flower. In 2015, American singer Willie C. Jackson from 1950s doo-wop group The Spaniels died at age 79. Their 54 hit Good Night, Sweetheart, Good Night was featured in such films as 3 Men and a Baby and American Graffiti. And in 2021, rapper, songwriter, and producer Prince Marquis D died at the age of 52. He was a member of the Fat Boys, a pioneering rap group that gained fame during the 80s. And by the way, funny movie is The Disorderlies with the Fat Boys. It wasn't a bad movie. It had some moments. Let me see if there's any other birthdays that weren't on the other list. Oh, Juice Newton is 74. Playing with the Queen of Hearts. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see. And that is it. So Juice Newton was not on that other list. How dare they leave Juice Newton out? It's wrong on every level. She had Playing with the Queen of Hearts, and she had another big song. Look at you. Look at you. Angel in the Morning. Very good. Nice job, Glenn. That's awesome. Oh, there you go. Love it. Contributions from everywhere. See? Can't do it alone ever in life. You need help. Just call me in the angel, baby, or something like that. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. I remember that. Let's see. Okay. What else? Big O, WhatsApp your opinion on QB Taylor Green. Would you take a chance on him in the 3rd round as a project? I would not. I would not take a chance on any quarterback right now in the first 3 rounds if I'm the Dolphins. It's a bad draft. Why reach for a quarterback at this point? It's not worth it. It's not worth it. You know what I'm saying? Now, what's the first well, he might be like a first or a second round pick. The kid that I like from Alabama, Simpson. If the Dolphins had like a late first or early second, and they were a little closer, I kind of like Ty Simpson as a project. I've always liked him. I mentioned them all last year. I think there's some about him that you might be able to mold into a quarterback, but he's a project. So Dolphins can't afford to do that right now. Right now, you need to go get yourself some kind of a veteran that's not going to cost you a lot, that's only a bridge guy for a year or two. And then next year or the year after that is when you start to invest in a quarterback. As I've said this before, said this already several times, you need to reverse what you've done for many years. Don't go get the young quarterback and then you're forced to build the team before you got to pay the quarterback. Go build the team first and then go get the young quarterback. So right now you don't have a team. And whoever you bring at quarterback is going to have a hard time because you don't even have an offensive line. You have 2 offensive linemen right now. Okay? Well, 3, actually. That's not true. I'm going to give Savaniah some love. So I'm going to say you have your center, your left tackle, and your left guard. If by the way, if your right tackle, who's not expensive, if Austin Jackson stays healthy, I wouldn't release him. Yeah, 4 or 5, it won't be so bad. But what you need to do is you got to get the running game going. You got to get a tight end. You got to get receivers. You got to make sure you have an offense. You got to complement this quarterback, and he's not going to have that right now. So I would back off of any kind of real investment in a quarterback till next year, at least till next year. This year, I would reset the team, cut as many people that I can, get as many picks as I can, and this is more about development and build up the interiors of the line, O-line and D-line. Yes, sir.
If I'm looking at this right, we've got 6 picks in the first 111.
Yes.
So you can make a big dent in hopefully filling some holes. I know drafts is always a crapshoot. You don't know, but
quarterback right now
one
is
of them that you need.
Like, yeah, you're not going anywhere. You're not winning anything. So don't worry about it. And there's no quarterback out there that's going to save your life or anything. That doesn't exist. So I don't think there's any hurry to get a quarterback right now at all. Let's see. What else? Big O, I will always remember cursing my cousin in his 71 Hemi Challenger RT, blasting good vibrations. Draft dogs every round, especially the O and D line, change the culture. That's what I would do right now. I would draft O and D linemen, and I would build all that up, and then I would just get a veteran quarterback, a Jameis Winston, a Joe Flacco, some kind of a patchwork quarterback, and then I'd get, where I would draft a quarterback in the 3rd day, where I bring them in to compete with Ewers. So they're like competing for the backup job. And then I have the veteran, and then my veteran will start. And then between Ewers and the other kid, they can battle for the backup job. And then I'll give one of them some playing time as the season goes on. And, you're mathematically ineligible of the playoffs and all that kind of crap. But I would not make any kind of major investment in a transition year. That's just mistakes that we've made in the past, and I don't think it makes any sense. Dude, how lucky, and listen, I was never a Ryan Tannehill guy, but I got to tell you, how lucky were we for many years that guy took a beating and got up every single time? Finally, he didn't get up for one of them. Like, it took a while for Ryan Tannehill to get injured. And that was a miracle. As Cyrus would say, that is a miracle. Still staying with glass, by the way, if you're asking.
Well, no, somebody's asking
No, it's not Voss. But I'll be honest, like I always am, brutally honest with you all. I love my Saratoga, but I bought it when it was like on sale, and I took advantage. And I bought a crap ton of them. Now it's up to its regular price. It's a little too expensive at $3.49. So I was able to get these for 2 for $5. So I loaded up on a few of these and trying to stay away from plastic. Staying away from plastic, all glass. So I went and got a little Voss. So I got to find the Saratoga Sabor, I think it's called, those big supermarkets, the Latin supermarket. Is it called Sabor or something? Whatever. They had the Saratoga on sale, and that's where I loaded up. So I got to find them again and load up on them. So there you go. So I got something to get me by, a little Voss action. But we do need we would love a water sponsor. That's in glass. So we talked to Saratoga or Voss folks to become sponsors of the show. Well, definitely Saratoga. I would love Saratoga. Really like their water, actually. Really like the water. Let's see. They're gonna suck for a while. Yeah, a couple years gonna be rough at least, and then we'll if they know what they're doing, then years 3 and 4 should be much better for us. If they know what they're doing, and that's the unknown for us, unfortunately. It's just stuff that we have to deal with, unfortunately, folks. I would love to have a competent organization and all that, but we just don't. Unfortunately. All right. The man, the myth, the legend. Yeah, baby. Eric Stampone is ready to go. AKA Grizzly Adams. You're young, so you don't even know who Grizzly Adams is, right?
I've heard of it.
Now that you have the beard?
I am Grizzly Adams.
But did they has anybody mentioned Grizzly Adams to you yet?
No, you're the first one.
Okay, so yeah.
You're the first.
Yeah, because it takes an older person to mention Grizzly Adams because it was a show when I was a kid, dude.
Yeah. The other day I had a
Have you ever seen the show or anything? No, right? Of course not.
Let me Google.
Go to YouTube and put Grizzly Adams. And the only difference is that his beard was, whitish gray.
This is me. Yeah.
Whitish gray.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
There I am.
Yeah, that's it. There you go. There you go.
That's funny.
There you go. Grizzly Adams.
That's funny.
Yeah. That was an actual show.
Yeah.
And the dude was like dominating the forest and all the animals were around Grizzly. He controlled the whole thing, dude. That was pretty special.
Was it real or fictional? Like, was it with real animals?
Oh, the animals were real, so I'm sure they were
wow.
trained or whatever the hell it was going on because I don't know how he was hanging around with a bear. And it's like, and people do that nowadays. They have animals that are like that. You know what I'm saying? But
well, if the car business doesn't work out.
Right. You can, you know what? All they do in Hollywood now is remake everything.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I could be like
you're the new Grizzly Adams.
I like it.
You know what I'm saying?
I like it.
Yeah. So we need we haven't had a Grizzly Adams. In fact, it's a miracle they haven't redone Grizzly Adams. Well, now we have one. That's true. Didn't have one. Now we have one. Right. And Subaru can be the main sponsor.
Yeah. Let's do it.
The Trail Seeker.
That's how we get famous or more famous.
Right.
We are famous.
Right. We are famous. More famous.
Yeah.
And Subarus. Right. There you go.
Oh,
and you use the Trail Seeker to get in through the forest.
Smart. Very smart.
You know
I
what
like
I'm saying?
that.
We got it for you, Subaru.
And Subarus are already animal friendly. So
yes.
It's like a perfect partnership.
Yes.
Wow.
There you go.
Good idea, Big O.
Yeah. You're the Grizzly Adams of Subaru
now.
Of Subaru now. So there you go. So now we're expecting you with bears and cheetahs and lions and stuff like that now.
Lions, tigers, and bears?
Yes.
Oh my. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right. So what are you watching lately, man?
Nothing.
Nothing.
I knew you were gonna ask me that. and I haven't seen anything lately.
We got hooked on a show that is man, now I'm forgetting the guy's name. It's on Prime. Oh, Jesus. Now I forgot the guy's name, but he's like a cop, and it's like the second season just came out now. I enjoyed it. It was actually entertaining. What's up, Alan? How you doing, baby? Good to see you. So it was a really entertaining show, but I'm forgetting the damn name of it. The second season just came out, and I know he's from, what show was it that he's from? God, it's terrible now. Are you there on Prime? Okay. Okay. Yeah. Well, is anybody watching Prime? Anyway, I wish I could remember.
New show? Oh,
Yeah.
it's second season.
Second season.
I'm watching the Olympics.
Yeah, I watched some of that. Yeah.
They got such unique sports, man.
You're getting into the curling?
Yeah, I am actually. The curling, the freaking they got that ski slope where they just go down the ski slope as fast as like they can and just fly.
Right.
It's insane the stuff they do.
Here it is.
Oh, with the curling or the no, I didn't see that.
As soon as they go through, a guy throws up a red flag and their blowers come out.
Cross.
Yeah.
Cross.
Let me see.
Cross is the name of the. Yeah. I don't know. It's
I haven't
there.
heard that one.
There it is. Cross.
Okay.
It's actually. I found it entertaining overall. Yeah.
All right. I'll put it on the list.
That's we just finished the second.
Put it on the list. It's going on the list.
We just got through we're into the second season. It's like episode 5 or something like that, or episode 6.
It's
going
on the list.
on now. The second season. It drops. I think it drops today. The new episode actually.
Cross.
But you got one season in already.
Cross.
And it's actually entertaining.
Show.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm waiting for it. I want what speaking of Prime, I want Reacher to come back, dude. You watch Reacher?
No, never. Jack Reacher?
Yeah, but no, but the show, not the movie.
No, I've never seen it.
Oh, really? It's on Prime.
I haven't seen the movie or the show. I know what it is. I haven't seen it.
You should watch it.
Yeah. Oh, I like that smile. That's
You
a
should
good
watch
one.
it because he's actually more entertaining than the original Jack Reacher.
Oh, good.
Okay, so it's kind of like it's a good show, man. It's a good show.
All right, I'll watch that one too.
You should watch Jack Reacher, man. That's already like 3 seasons in, and they're not long seasons. They're like 10 episodes or
What's
8 or
that
12 episodes. He's like the other Jack Reacher. He's just floating around, and he shows up in a city somewhere and shit breaks out and he solves the problem. You know what I mean?
What's that on? What
on Prime. Also on Prime.
That's what's funny. Every time, so like it's funny how times change, man.
Oh, dude, it's not a channel anymore. You got to ask what platform.
Yeah. So
it's
someone
on.
say, oh, you got to see this movie, you got to see this show. The next question is, what's it on?
What's it on?
That's the new thing. There's
What
so
platform?
many. Yeah, what platform?
What platform is it on?
Prime,
Because it's
HBO
not-
Max, Apple, Netflix, Paramount.
Yeah, no, it's
Peacock.
yeah, dude.
Cable.
Yeah, because it's just and you can't just find it on a regular channel anymore. It's just not. That's not how it goes anymore, dude. It's crazy. So you've got to talk about the platforms now. By the way, and we need all of this because the basketball season's toast pretty much.
Yeah, sports are brutal right now.
And then hockey.
Panthers aren't doing good.
Our guys, because too many injuries.
I'm depressed.
Too many
'cause of it.
injuries. It's not their fault. It's just 3 years of going all the way to the end.
Yeah.
And short off seasons. You remember you've had the shortest off seasons 3 years in a row.
Yeah.
Than anyone else.
Yeah, you're exhausted, and losing your captain is. I mean, you can't.
Right. Well,
That's
one of the 5 best players in the league.
Yeah, it's not only just the talent. It's your captain. It's your leader.
Well, you lost
It's tough,
top. You lost Kachuk too. So you really were losing your 2 best players.
Yeah.
And now you just got back Kachuk now.
And he's playing the
Olympics. But
how does that work?
What do you mean? How does that work?
So players that are in the Olympics, because NHL is still going on.
No, it's not. It's off. Oh, it's off.
Oh, they paused it.
Yes, it's paused to the 26th.
I did not know that. Okay,
Yes.
that answers my question.
Yes.
Got it.
It's paused. So yeah, it's not, you're not playing with, because I know what you're saying, because the MLS does it, and sometimes you lose your players and they're still playing in the league, and
Right.
you're missing some of those
Right.
players.
That's what I
But the
assumed.
NHL took the month off, so
That's
they're
the
back.
smart way to do it.
Yeah, I'm right. They're out. They're back on the 26th against Toronto at 7:00.
That's the smart way.
That's when the Olympics are done. So we've got a couple of guys, and that gives Kachuk, which I don't like it, but there's a slight positive to it.
Canada was playing.
I don't want to risk any more injury to the guy, but at least he is getting back in shape, and that is actually very important for the stretch.
Canada versus.
Although
Czech.
I'm at a point now that I don't want the Panthers to make the playoffs.
Why? So they could just get the break. And then
Yeah,
start-
they
and
need
start
the
fresh?
break, dude, because I think they're so beaten up that even if they get in the playoffs, they're not going to make the kind of impact that they need. So why even take more of a beating? Just, bro, just end the season.
So
It's all right.
So we have.
And by the way, you're a great team, and you end up with a higher pick, and so
yeah.
And if they finish in the top 10, they get their first round pick this year.
yeah,
If not, then they lose it.
right.
Yeah. So we got a group chat in the dealership with all the associates, and I guess because we're in the showroom at Subaru Pembroke Pines, and I guess one of the salesmen heard us talking about Grizzly Adams, so he just sent this in the group chat. That's funny. Thanks, Mike.
You are.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
it. You're the Grizzly
Grizzly
Adams,
Adams of Subaru.
bro. Yes, you are, bro.
The start of something fresh.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Yeah, I'm growing this thing. I decide I'm not going to shave. I'm growing it. Yeah, but and we'll see what happens. Maybe
Well,
I'll get
it
sick
kind of
it.
goes with the theme, because the Forester is a big featured vehicle this month. And so Eric is growing a forest on his face. So figured we could talk about the Forester, and you've got a forest on your face.
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about
Yeah,
the Forester.
what do they call that? Is that a segue? Is that what that is?
A segue, yes.
Oh, that was beautiful.
That
Big
was
O.
it.
Yeah. So
That was it.
I got the forest on my face for the Forester. Yeah, we got a whole bunch of Foresters in stock. We got a lot of inventory in stock. What's going on now? And I know we spoke about
We've
this.
got
this time.
more inventory than he's got hair on his face.
Yeah, and that's a lot. That's a lot of inventory.
It's a lot of inventory.
We're at that point now, and it happens every year where you're running out of the 2025 models, and then we have the 2026 models. So I think we sold our last 2025 Forester. So those are gone. Now we're just on the 2026 models. And I believe we have the most 2026 Foresters in inventory in the state.
0% financing.
Yes, sir. No, on the 26 is 0.9.
Okay. Well, it says step into the future. 2026 Forester now available. 0% financing with no payments for 90 days with approved credit.
Okay.
And you don't need a beard for it either.
Hey now.
How about that? You don't need a forest in your face to get a Forester. But do you get a bonus if you have a forest in your face to get a Forester?
Yeah, if you walk in here and your beard is longer than mine, and
there we go,
and you get a Forester, so you got a Forest on your face and you get a Forester, you come deal with me directly and we'll do something extra special.
There you go. There you go. How about that? A little trimmer.
We're gonna start seeing customers with long beards all weekend. Yeah.
They're gonna buy them.
Yeah. Yeah. That'd be awesome.
I love it. By the way,
I blame Big O.
Of course, the Big O Show is sponsored by Subaru of Pembroke Pines, where South Florida shops for the latest Subaru models. You can step into the future with the 2026 Forester, now available with 0% financing and no payments for 90 days with approved credit. It is the perfect time to upgrade to a vehicle built for comfort, safety, and adventure. And don't forget, you can mention our name and you will get $500 off for your purchase. Call them at 754-799-4129 and stop by here at Subaru of Pembroke Pines today, baby. 0% financing, no payments for 90 days. It's a beautiful thing, man.
It is a beautiful thing.
It's a beautiful thing.
Good deal on a 2026 model. A lot of times when the new years come out, they don't come out with aggressive programs. So I'm happy that Subaru stepped up with 0% on 2026s.
So, by the way, did you suffer any dead iguanas in your neighborhood?
Yeah, of course. Well, with the cold?
Yeah.
Yeah, everywhere.
I had the coolest thing happen to me. I don't know if you call it cool or not or whatever, but an iguana froze in one of my palm trees.
Came back to life.
Nope. Died. They ate them.
Who's they?
Rats, whatever.
Yeah, they.
So, every day I would come by, go look at it, and there's like pieces missing, and they're
And
just
that's cool. The coolest thing happened.
It was like it was
Planet
it
Earth.
was like
Planet Earth.
it was like a natural wrap
Yeah.
that was happening because he was inside a palm tree.
Yeah.
So they're like there, and they're just chewing him up, bro, and just eating him because I couldn't reach it. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
I was I was like, I even took a picture of it. Let me see if I still have it. The sunlight is beaming through his eye. What's left of it, that is. But it was kind of weird. So I don't know if you ended up with any dead iguanas in your neighborhood.
I think my brother is the only human being in South Florida that decided to collect the frozen iguanas, bring them inside,
right,
and blow them with heat to try to bring them back to life.
Oh God!
My brother, ladies and gentlemen.
Did he bring them back to life?
He brought one back to life. He did bring one back to life, and then the other one, he goes, "I think this one's dead." And I got videos of that too. I'll show you.
Well, but yesterday, was it yesterday? It was, yes. Buck's Coal Fire Pizza in North Palm Beach was forced to stop selling iguana pizza.
Iguana pizza.
Iguana pizza. The health
Ugh.
inspectors went because people were reporting them and saying they're probably keeping the iguanas live back there before they kill them and all that kind of stuff.
I'm born and raised in South Florida. I never had iguana pizza. That's out there. I never even eaten iguana. Have you?
No, dude, I would never eat that. But that's
Whoa.
Now you're going in the cool zone with me.
I'm in the cool zone.
I told you you're in the cool zone.
That's the eye right there?
That's the eye of the storm.
Oh, that is cool. Now you're going to the cool zone with me. I had to see the picture. That's awesome.
Did I get to show this?
Yeah.
Did I get to show this on the show at all? Yeah.
Now you're in the cool zone with me.
In the cool zone. Now you're in the cool zone with me. So I was like, wow, okay. I mean, it's just like it's like a vicious world, bro. Like the poor guy froze and died.
Well, Grizzly Adams is probably somewhere like out west, like.
Oh, he's like in North Dakota.
Yeah. So I'll be
Yeah.
like Iguana Adams or something.
Iguana Adams.
It's the
I like
South
that.
Florida version.
I like it.
Yeah, Alligator Adams.
I like it. Yeah, man. So we had that happen in our yard, which was kind of weird.
I'm glad you're getting your excitement, Big O.
How many times does an iguana die in your yard and then it gets eaten? Says great. Now Miami iguana worships a statue of Eric's brother.
Who said that?
This is Pat in Nashville.
What do you say?
Says great. Now Miami iguanas worship a statue of Eric's brother.
Yeah. I'll tell him that. That's funny. That's funny. Let me see if I can pull that freaking.
That's fun. I mean, you bring them in and you start like blow drying the
no.
iguana?
So he did the whole thing. He put them in like it was like a plastic container. He put it in, and then he drilled holes in the plastic container, and then had heat going through it to heat them up and bring them back. And it worked with one. Now I don't know if he kept them in the house and fed them for how long until it got warm, but that's my brother.
Hey, at least we got rid of a bunch of them. All right, so that's good because we got to get rid of a bunch of them. Yeah. I saw stories where there was like a guy that was like collecting them, and you saw them, and there were like hundreds of them, and you're like, "Yo, dude, that's kind of disturbing." But it's good that we got rid of them because they're really evasive and they destroy things and all that kind of stuff. So it's good to get rid of them. But I have never seen that in my life, that it froze, it died, and it died right on a palm tree. And, it's so high up there. And then I'm like, okay, well, what do I do? And it's like, and then I noticed, and I go, my God, pieces of his body are missing now. They're eating it alive. Or dead. They're eating it dead. Yeah, nature is nature, right?
The natural order of
things. Dude, it was an iguana wrap. So they have iguana pizza, iguana wrap. I had an iguana wrap at my home. So nothing wrong with that. All right. So good stuff there. So what else do we got going on here at Subaru of Pembroke Pines, baby?
We're rocking and rolling. We're having a good month. We got 2 weeks left of February, and we just got to sell cars and move the inventory, and we're busy. We're having a great month. Come in for these last 2 weeks, and we'd love to help you get your new car, new Subaru. And we also have a great pre-owned lot, not just with Subarus. We have certified Subarus, other brands. So come visit us at Subaru Pembroke Pines, and we'll have a good time. And hopefully you leave in a car.
Is there another model outside of the Forester that is being featured this month?
Ooh, the new Outback. Yeah. You saw. I think we did a feature on that.
Yes, we did
last month. The new body design Outback. It's gaining a lot of steam. Folks are loving it. It's a whole new style from the previous years. Much more modern and fresh. I personally love the car. And the 2026 Outback comes in a wilderness version, which is like the beefed up version. That might be like aesthetic wise the nicest Subaru that I've seen.
It's the Grizzly Adams version.
That's the Grizzly Adams Subaru. That's the Iguana Adams Subaru. That's a hot car. The 26 Outback Wilderness. They put Napa leather in it. It's gorgeous.
What's Napa leather?
Napa leather is Subaru's upgraded leather. It's just a really high quality leather.
It's like a soft leather.
Yeah. It's just an Italian high quality leather.
Right. Nice.
It's really nice.
Okay. All right. I like it. I think the one we did last week had it actually last month.
I think so.
I think it had that leather package if I remember correctly. All right.
Napa leather.
Good stuff there. What else you got planned, man? Personally, any trips? Anything?
Yeah. I'm going on a cruise in 2 weeks.
All right. Where?
Yeah, I'm going on the new.
My daughter's going on a cruise too in the beginning of March. I think March something, right? The beginning of March.
Mine's the first week of March.
Yeah.
What cruise line, you know?
Oh God, I don't know now.
Yeah, I'm going to Caribbean.
It's only a 3-day cruise. It's the weekend.
Yeah. Just to get away, you know, break the cycle. I'm going on a week in the Caribbean. I'm going with my cousin.
You're going for a week?
8 days. Yeah.
Those are my favorites.
Yeah.
I don't like the one that my daughter's going on weekend one. I don't like that. It's too short.
Yeah, it's a nice
you get
quick
one.
getaway.
You get one stop and then you come back. I like going out for a week, and you stop at a couple ports. Plus, when you're on a week boat, that means you're on one of those bigger boats and really nice boats and all that kind of stuff. So you got a lot of stuff to do. Nowadays, those boats, man, there's a ton of shit to do there, Eric.
Yeah, I'm going on the newest celebrity cruise line boat.
Okay.
I think this is like one of its first sails, so I'm stoked about it. It's called,
Okay,
I forget the name of the boat, but my buddy just texted me saying that Czech might beat Canada right now in hockey.
Oh, well, you said Czechs were beating
crazy.
Canada.
No, it's 3-2 right now.
Wow.
That'd be crazy because that Canada team is stacked.
Yeah,
That'd be wild.
Yeah.
We got to put that on after this. Yeah.
We're on at 310 against the Swedes.
The Swedes.
The Swedes.
The
Sweden advanced.
Yeah, the Sweden.
So we'll see if our boys can advance.
I mean, my cousin made a good point because Canada and USA is just so far ahead of everybody this year, and Russia's not playing. I mean, if Russia had a team, they'd be good too. But he goes, we should just cut straight to the point, and it should just be a 7-game series of Canada and USA.
Right. Yeah.
Do they get eliminated if they lose?
Yes. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. It's not group play now. I think it's now. Yeah.
Oh, so it is
I think we're at single elimination now at this point. We have passed group play now. We're in the quarterfinals now.
What?
So, huh? Right. That's actually a very good point. They wouldn't even medal in the quarterfinals. The semifinals, one of them won't medal. Right. You're right. Because there'll be a consolation game for third place. For the
this is like Miracle on Ice type of stuff.
Oh, they'll play for the bronze. Right. They'll play for the bronze because the loser will get the silver. So yeah. So we'll see if that happens, man. It's good stuff. So come on out here, 16100 Pines Boulevard. Come see my guy, Eric, and all the great people out here. Alan does excellent work. He's the general manager. You're going to love it out here, 16100 Pines Boulevard. They make it nice and easy. So come on out and check out the vehicles. We've got a few 2005s left. So what, like not too many left, huh?
There's a couple models left, the 25s. No, there's no Foresters left. I think we got a couple WRX 25s. I think we got one or two.
Those little cars are
we have a couple 2025s left.
Those are so cool. Those old
I think we got
WRXs.
one Outback left.
There you go. So you could, and they usually make some great deals on those 2025 models. So come on down here at 16100 Pines Boulevard. And remember, when you come see Eric or Grizzly Adams or anybody else out here, make sure you tell them that I sent you so you can get that $500 off. As always, my brother, appreciate you immensely.
Bring your beards, bring your pets.
That's it. There you go. Bring them doggies. Bring them doggies. That's it. And the mic drops. Yes. Oh, yeah. That'll be good. That'll be good. All right, man. Appreciate you as always. Good stuff. Eric Stampone, as always. Let's see. Oh. Holy shit. This is a 6-song EP. Pat, you just sent me from YouTube? From YouTube? Wow. You know what I'll be listening to on the way home? Oh, this is good. This is heaven. I can't wait for the next tour, Pat. We're going, bro. We're off to Ireland. We are going to Ireland. There's no one is stopping me on this because I have to see. That's bucket list for me. I got to see U2 in Dublin on their tour. That's bucket list for me. And if they do also in Cork, if they do two dates in Ireland, which sometimes they do, then I'll go to both of them for sure. Definitely. Cannot wait for their next tour. It might be their last. You never know. But I'll definitely go. And I hope they even go back to the Sphere again for another round of it, because that is such an enormous place to go see a concert. It is the perfect place to see a concert. So thank you for that, Pat. I appreciate you sending me that, man. That is absolutely awesome. Says got my passport renewed. Yeah, me too. I have mine ready to go. Ready to go, dude. Cannot wait. Because the second that is announced, we got to work on tickets over there for sure. Anyway, we are out of here. We thank Alan out here at Subaru Pembroke Pines for making it happen, and we always appreciate him. Eric, as always, a.k.a. Grizzly Adams. Of course, we thank the great Sean Stanley. We thank all of you for tuning in, as always. Don't forget to hit the like button. Smash that like button. Also, share the show, hit the notification bell, and you can make a donation anytime, anywhere at Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show, and we appreciate your immense support. Visit our amazing sponsors like the Fort Lauderdale United, EJD Construction, Welt and Rayom, Caneswear. Use our code BIG010. Sloman's Home Security, 1-800-ALARM-ME. Laser Eye Center of Miami, Dr. Lascano is the best. Toyota of Hollywood, Acura of Pembroke Pines, All Year Cooling, Hialeah Park and Casino, Big Cheese Miami, Mudias Dental, Subaru of Pembroke Pines, R&M Contractors. Make sure you support the great people that support us here on the program. We will see you tomorrow morning, same time, same place, same bat channel.